What's up guys, I'm Random Frank P, back with the top tech under $50 for December. Everyone's favorite series where you take a look at some of the best tech you can buy under that price point. And make sure you're subscribed because very soon I'll be putting out a giant top tech under 50 for 2016, going over all the really cool tech that you guys loved throughout the year. So don't miss out on that. And as always, I'll put all the tech you see in this video listed in the description down below so you can check it out. First off is a really cool new keyboard from Corsair. This is the Corsair K55 RGB keyboard. This gaming keyboard is a direct competitor to something like the Razer or Nada, but it is literally half the price at just $50. Now yeah, there's some key differences between the two, but let's check this one out. The K55 is a full-size gaming keyboard that has some really great additions that most keyboards at this price would not even think of including. On the top right side of the keyboard, you have dedicated media buttons, and on the left side of the keyboard, you have 6 programmable macro keys. It has this nice white backplate underneath the keys to help the RGB lights shine very brightly, but we don't have the 16.8 million RGB lights to pick from. This is just a dynamic 3-zone RGB backlighting, but there are still 10 configured RGB lighting modes which are going to allow you to switch up and pick your different lighting effects. And the keyboard looks very similar to something like the Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard that came out a few months ago. And yes, much like the Nada, these are not mechanical keys here. The keys they use here are like a very quiet membrane switch. And they also include in the box a soft textured wrist rest as well, which is detachable. So altogether you're getting an RGB gaming keyboard with multimedia controls and macro buttons just under $50. This is definitely a great option if you want to pick up a new gaming keyboard but don't want to break the bank, or if you don't care about it having mechanical switches. I'm also doing a dedicated review on this, so stay tuned for that. Next up is my favorite headphone stand, and yes, I have a favorite headphone stand. This one's from Just Mobile and it is extremely nice. It is made of this very high quality aluminum construction that looks second to none in my opinion. It's very simple and modern looking, which is a nice plus if you want to put it on something like your desk, and it comes in 3 different colors, in the silver that I have, a black, or a gold version. But what's really cool is on the bottom of the base here, you have room to route your cable around that when not in use, to really step up your cable management to keep it nice and tidy. The stand is just around a foot tall. It's going to be compatible with all size headphones. At $40, it might be a little bit pricey for some people, but there is no doubt in my mind the extra money you'd be spending versus something like a cheap $10 or $15 plastic one is definitely going to be worth it, considering how nice and well made this really is. But what would a headphone stand be good for if you didn't have a pair of headphones? These are the Sennheiser HD429S, a great sounding pair of headphones that are extremely lightweight as well and are mainly used for things like, your smartphone when you're out and about. These headphones are closed back, so you're going to be isolating a lot of the ambient noise around you and other people won't hear what you're listening. Like I said earlier, it has this very lightweight design, which is going to be very comfortable for one, and it's going to make it much more portable. And inside you just have those trusted Sennheiser drivers, which is going to be delivering some great audio. They're over the ear as well, and when you put them on, I just can't stress enough how lightweight they are and very comfortable. Really doesn't even feel like there's anything on my head, and you get some pretty good adjustment with the headband here. Gonna fit all headphone sizes, and you have some swivel on the yoke to help fit your head the best. And additionally, like I said, these are pretty much made for mobile on-the-go usage with your phone or tablet, something like that. You have an integrated inline control here for taking some phone calls. When it comes to audio quality, Sennheiser is always top of the line, and if you want a pretty cheap pair of headphones overall that you can use for listening to music, or you even plug them into your PC and use them for gaming, at just $40, these are pretty damn good. Next up is one of the most versatile pieces of tech I've seen in a while. It's actually mind-blowing all the things you could do with this. This is the Hutu TripMate Titan. Yeah, pretty bizarre name, but check this out. The TripMate Titan lets you do a ton of things. First off, it is a wireless travel router, meaning if you're at a hotel or something, you plug in the network cable, you can now use a wireless network from your smartphone or a tablet or your laptop. Or if you're connected to a DSL or a modem, you plug this into there and you now have a wireless router. Second, it is a multimedia streaming device. If you plug in something like your hard drive or a flash drive, you could stream the photos and videos and content on there to your smartphone. Additionally, when you have some sort of storage attached, you could transfer transfer files back and forth. So if you have a lot of photos or videos on your phone that you want to free up some space with, you can just wirelessly transfer them to the Hutu TripMate Titan. And vice versa, if you want to save files from your flash drive or hard drive onto your phone, you can. And then to round that out, it is also a 10,400 milliamp power bank. So say you're out and your phone battery is getting low, you can just plug it into this and it'll charge it up. It's still just crazy to me all the things that this thing can do for only a price tag of 40 bucks. This is a great thing to have if you're constantly traveling. Next up is for you RGB lovers out there. This one's for your PC. From Cable Mod, we have some RGB light strips. You can use them, for some underglow, or if you have a nice side panel, just to get some cool RGB lighting effects going on. It connects to your PC via a SATA port. It's actually what I also use inside my Revolt 2 case. The product itself is very simple and self-explanatory, but since the whole craze of RGB lights does not look like it's dying down anytime soon, if you want to add some extra color and flair to your PC, this will definitely help out. Hooking it up is very simple. All you need is a free SATA connector from your power supply, and then it automatically has power. Cable Mod has a ton of different strips out there, from magnetic ones to, foam ones, RGB lighting ones like I have, or just static colors, and different lengths as well. But either way, they're still pretty cheap. You can get it for around $30 to $40 depending on the size you want. And like I said, it'll give you just some extra pop or visual flair to your PC. And lastly is a bit of a bonus. If you have a few extra bucks lying around and you're trying to get into vlogging or something, or you want to step up your audio game, this is the Rode VideoMicro microphone. It's just under $60 and it'll greatly enhance the audio quality coming out of your camera, and it is definitely better than any internal camera microphone. The mic itself is very small, hence the VideoMicro name. Comes with the coiled red 3.5mm jack. Goes onto your camera via a hot shoe and sits on a shock mount. And it also comes with one of these, which is going to be if you're outside and there's a lot of wind, it's going to help muffle that to eliminate that noise. Alright, so this is the mic test for the Rode VideoMicro microphone. I've heard it before, I think it sounds great. Overall, just very much more narrowed and full when it comes to picking up just my voice. As a quick comparison, this is the internal microphone on my Panasonic G7. So I think you can tell a pretty large difference between how much better the VideoMicro sound versus the crappiness of the internal mic here. So I think it sounds really, really good, and it's only around $60. It is 100 times better than any internal camera mic that you might have on whatever camera you're using. And it's what I've been using for the past 6 months now. And it's what I use for all my vlogging videos from when I moved and was setting up the whole gaming setup. Got a lot of compliments on it. It's very small and it works wonders for just around 60 bucks. Well guys, that'll do it for the top tech under $50 for December. Hope you enjoyed, and like I said, check the description down below. I'll have all the products listed there for you. If you like this video, definitely give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.